Hey everyone, it's Richard T. Fields with Twin Voyage Productions, and we made a spec commercial. Let's take a look at how we did it. Here at Twin Voyage Productions, we love to push ourselves in the creative process. In order to do so, we create a variety of content throughout each year to test new gear and also techniques so that we can better serve our clients. Since we had just purchased the Edelkrone motion control system, we wanted to do something creative to test out the workflow. That came in the form of this spec commercial that you just saw for the baby Brezza Formula Pro Advanced. Since this is a behind the scenes video and not a product review, I won't dive too much into what the product does other than it makes warm baby bottles in just a few seconds. When shooting a product commercial, even if it's a spec commercial that you're funding on your own dime, a good place to start is by doing a little research. Check the company's website, their social media, and any other ads they may have done in the past to get a better understanding of any branding, looks, or style choices they use in their content. After researching baby Brezza, I saw that they primarily place these types of products in kitchens that are lighter in color, have good textures, and are lit pretty naturally. With this in mind, I set up some V-flat duo boards in my dining room to create the look of the kitchen countertop and backsplash that I was going for, since my actual kitchen didn't fit the bill. After I set up the Brezza, I put a few extra props behind it just to fill the scene and add a little depth to the frame. For lighting, I only used one light with a lantern attachment hanging overhead. This was to mimic kitchen lighting. And on the opposite side, I used a white V-flat board as a bounce to fill in the shadows without making the image too flat. Initially, I planned on filming this all in one day, but when I got in the edit, I realized I needed some pickups, so this ended up being a 2-day shoot. On both days, I used the Sony a7S III shooting at 4K, recording directly to the internal SD card since I didn't want to have the extra step of mounting my Ninja V to the Edelkrone system. I'm sure it's possible, but this just wasn't the project for it. On day 1, I used the Edelkrone Jib 1 for the majority of my shots. On day 2, I used the Edelkrone Slider V5 Pro. Both of these tools were very easy to set up and get started using with a very minimal learning curve, with the slider being a lot simpler than the Jib. I highly recommend both of these tools as the added production value I got out of them is totally worth it. But if you're interested in a more in-depth review on these systems from me, drop me a comment and I'll circle back to get more in-depth in another video. In post-production, I knew I wanted this to live on my company's Instagram page, so I chose a square format for my timeline in Premiere Pro. Since I wanted to just focus on the functions of the product, the edit here is super simple with the camera work doing the heavy lifting. You can see on my timeline here, there aren't a dozen layers or effects or anything like that because I like things nice and simple. After adding a little music and sound design, we're done. Let's take a look at the final video one more time. And there you have it, our product commercial for baby Brezza. Of course, there's a few things that I would want to change after watching this commercial for the millionth time, but I'm curious to know, what do you think? Drop a comment with your thoughts below or share which product you'd like us to shoot next. If you found this content helpful, go ahead and hit that like buttons and give it a thumbs up. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, peace.